So the surplus store I've mentioned many times before, they've got a little section for project boxes, just miscellaneous things that you can use as boxes for a project. And while I was perusing through it, I found that Washington solar panel regulator. I've looked this up. If you couldn't have guessed, there's nothing about it. But it's obviously a solar panel regulator. You got solar panel, positive, negative, batteries, positive, negative, and then your load. And a little button, the dial for amps. 0 to 1 amps. And I was like, okay, well, this is pretty neat, but surely it's just a, it's just the box and the meter, the button, and the connectors. Because that's what it's being sold as, a box. Well, I'll just show you what's inside. Lo and behold, it's actually got stuff in it. So, there's the mystery switch, mystery button. You can see it just directs power to the dial. So that, it's not always running sipping power, but if you want to know how much current you're drawing, then you can go on, press the button, and it'll show you. But more interestingly, we have some very, very early silicon transistors. Let's see. Specifically, we have the RCA 2N3055, and I've already forgotten what this one is. Let me read it off. RCA 2N1701, along with what is, to my guess, a little diode back here. Point at it with my screwdriver. And some kind of little circuit board with a resistor on it. And something else there. So I'm pretty sure that's just a 33 ohm resistor, and then those two little blue things, I'm not entirely sure. They say CRL R4794. I'm thinking diodes of some kind. Maybe like inductors as chokes or something, but those seem pretty small. That I'm almost certain is like the main power diode. Tracing the wires, that one goes straight to the, or I should say, from the solar panel positive, so makes sense that it would be a diode, since you don't want current going back through the solar panels from the batteries, because then they'll heat up and die. Yeah, I'll go ahead. So that's what I can figure out about the internals. If any of you have any better idea about this, as far as date goes, I know they introduced that RCA logo in 1968. And just given the construction and, the types of transistors it uses, I'm willing to say this is probably like 70s or 80s at the latest. Certainly very, very early. But if any of you have any better ideas on what any of this is in here, or when this was made, I very much welcome it. I'm going to go ahead and put this back together, and then we can take it outside and try wiring it up. Now I have it connected to two 12-volt solar panels wired in parallel there, charging a little lead acid battery at around 0.6 amps. If I measure the voltage across the battery, you can see that's about 12.5 volts. The battery was at like 11.9, so that is about right for what this battery should be charged at. So yeah, I think next I'm gonna try and hook up a load. And then here I've hooked up via EP900 Nano ITX, or Pico ITX actually. You can see that light is on. Unfortunately, I don't have any output for it. This one's running a little Monero mining script, so I'll shade that light just so you can really see. But if this was connected to a network, then we would be earning Monero off the sun. And there it goes. See, it really is running off solar power. The screen's kind of dim, but you can make out Debian booting there. Eventually, not with this controller, mind you, but I am going to set up a whole solar home lab.